Today I'm going to take you through VLOOKUP formula, uh, basic VLOOKUP formula as well as advanced VLOOKUP formula. So what do you mean by advanced VLOOKUP formula? So that means VLOOKUP formula with multiple columns or multiple criteria. Now, as you know, VLOOKUP formula is usually used, when there is one column and you need to compare it with another column. So what if you need to compare multiple columns together and you need to use the same VLOOKUP formula? Definitely, there are many alternatives in VLOOKUPs, where you can compare multiple columns together. But I'm going to give you a simpler or a what you call an easy method by which you can use VLOOKUP to compare two or more columns and get the results. Okay, so before that, so for reaching that, for reaching that VLOOKUP advanced formula, first we'll see how to use the basic VLOOKUP function, because there are many viewers in for my video, who always wondered, who were keeping on keep on asking me, okay, Srijit, or can you just create uh, a simple VLOOKUP tutorial, so that we don't need to depend on this massive VLOOKUP or the Excel tutorials, which last for like 6 hours or 10 hours time. Yes, of course I am. So I'm going to use a sample sheet called VLOOKUP example. So I'm going to use this sheet to figure out how you can do a VLOOKUP formula. Okay. So now you can see here first name, last name, pin code, and a political party in sheet 1. Sheet 1 is voter sheet. And sheet 2, it's like party codes. You can see the parties based on the code. So code 16 is Go Truth and Love Party. Similarly, I have given some random party names or party codes to the names. So there are these are all like imaginary parties, party names or codes. It's not a real thing. So we are using an example sheet. Now, how to use a VLOOKUP formula just to get the political party name based on the code. Definitely, we can compare using the code, because in the sheet we have code, party code, and the name. So we are going to compare. We are going to use this party code as the criteria to get the political party. So this is a single VLOOKUP. So before going on to the multi VLOOKUP, we are going to demonstrate how you can use a single VLOOKUP. Okay, fine. I'm going to show you how it is. First, type is equal to VLOOKUP. I'm selecting that VLOOKUP function. Uh, to demonstrate, I'll show you how using fx. Click this fx button. So now lookup value. What should be the lookup value? As I already mentioned, we are going to use p code or pin code as a lookup value. I'm selecting pin code as the lookup value. Then table array is going to be the next sheet where it starts from party code. So that common feature or that common code or that common column name is our comparison field. So we start from there to the results field. Okay, so this is the result that we wanted to achieve. So we are going to select from A to B. Now if the result is in F column, we should have selected A to F. Now since we selected A to B, we wanted to get the results based on the comparison from the party code to the name. Okay, so that's the code in the column index number. So column index number is going to be 2, because A to B. So in the party codes, it's the second column, B. Now I'm selecting 2. So you can see this, already you can see some sample data coming as democratic. Range lookup, it's going to be perfect match. So perfect match is always 0. I'm selecting it. See this. Now this democratic for George Newton, like based on the pin code A. So let's see if A is democratic. Let's see if A is democratic. Yes, A is democratic. Now I'm going to drag and drop these values here. Yeah, we got the political party names based on the PA code. So this is how a single or a simple VLOOKUP function. Okay, so we have demonstrated the single or a simple VLOOKUP function. Now you might wonder, okay, so this is based on a single column which is called P code, and this column is common in voters sheet as well as in the party codes. So this is the P code that I used. So this is the common field, or what you call a common field, where we used to compare the values. Now suppose you wanted to compare not only P code but also like multiple values and get the value. So I'm going to demonstrate how it is. So I'm going to create a third sheet called person. Okay, so in that people's name, names are given. Already the names are given, and we need to identify which political party they belong to. Now, as you see, we don't have a name column in this voters list. We have a first name and last name, of course, that's there, but we don't have a name. So even if you use a VLOOKUP here, we won't be able to get the results, the desired results. Why? It's because we don't have a column like that. So we are going to use multi-criteria VLOOKUP function. Okay. For that, a simple technique that I would show you is to merge two columns, using ampersand. Okay. If you wanted to have multiple columns to be part of the comparison, just concatenate or just combine those two columns, using a formula. I'll show you how. Full name. Okay. I'm going to type it as full name. I've inserted a column in between. Then I'm using is equal to this A2 ampersand. I'll put a space in between because first name space, last name is the total or the full name. George. Perfect. Now I'm dragging top. Yeah. So now we got the full name here. Now, isn't it possible to compare and get the political party names? Yes. Use a simple VLOOKUP. This is the criteria of the lookup value. Then table array we are going to select from here. Okay. Since full name is the common column now, I'm going to select from full name to political party. So CDE. So that means the desired result is in the third column, right? From the common column, it's third column. 1, 2, 3. So I'll put it 3 here as a column index number. You got it how it is calculated, column index number. Then I'm putting a 0 here because we do not want some what you call search matches or anything. We do want an exact match. So only exact match is entertained here. So we are going to use 0. So if you don't want an exact match and some character match, definitely you can use 1. Even though it returns result, what if there are similar names? It will not. So I always prefer go for 0 until and unless you are going for a wildcard search or anything. I'm clicking OK. See this. It works like superb, right? So what you have done here is you have compared two column values to get the desired results by using the VLOOKUP function alone. You haven't used any complex concatenation function, or you haven't used any complex multi-level VLOOKUP function or an index and search function or index match function, nothing like that. You just use the basic VLOOKUP function to get the results based on multiple column values. So how does it look? I I think this is actually helpful for people who are just beginning with VLOOKUP as well as people who are advanced users of VLOOKUP. So for both these categories, this serves the purpose. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel. So I'll be posting more and more Excel tips and tricks in the coming days. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.